folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Denver Broncos. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, Blue 80, white 25. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Ito Smith, his first carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Stocker's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Victory 90, 80, flight. Got the screen. Check.
Rivers on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set. Round 80. Load it. Load it.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Rivers. This is the tight end Fant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rivers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Deidrin Senat with a sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Rivers to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 10. Rivers, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time. It's our time.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
90, black 11.
On first and 10, Rivers. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Black 390, black 15.
From the gun, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Again, it's Rivers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. His throw caught at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to fire. This is caught at the 20.
Come on now, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Lions pass complete to number 12, Mohamed Sanu. Touchdown, Atlanta.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let him know.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. First down, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on second down. Rivers, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos have once again taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
45. Mike, 45. Record.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
White! Check that. Hey, go orange. White, 89!
To throw, Rivers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Play action. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Looking deep for Julio. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rivers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing on first down. Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Let's get it.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Zero. Hey, Delta.
To throw again. Rivers. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. He'll find Lindsey here. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rivers. This is the tight end fan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers, and the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Oh, you got deep? Watch out, watch out.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth.
Black 11!
On first down, it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll go again with Lindsey, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rivers now. That's going to be caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Check green 90, 190. Mike 58, right there. Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Wait, 89!
Now Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check Mike 45, check Mike 45.
From the gun, Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal.
And McManus able to put it through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Ryan, caught by Sanu. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Now it's Ryan. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Block the team! 45. I'm scared.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Another run by Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. They go play action with Ryan. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready, blue 80, 51, Tom. It's out time, guys. It's out time.
One last shot for Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Ryan. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.